Hey there, CodeBuddy followers. Devin Seacrest, CEO and co-founder of CodeBuddy. We've been so busy working on projects and our product that we've forgotten to post videos lately. So I wanted to take a second to post some of the work we've been doing. Granted, I can't share a lot of our customer projects, but we've been building a lot of projects for our own internal use. So if you're not familiar with CodeBuddy, we are an AI-assisted developer studio plus a network of human code buddies designed to help non-technical businesses build tools to support their business. Yes, we do work on SaaS tools, but that is not our bread and butter. Our bread and butter is helping real-world companies that had already proven success build tools to help them scale and grow. So, with us in mind, we build our own internal tools, and one of the problems we were running into is with our financial management. We don't have a dedicated bookkeeper. We don't have a dedicated CFO on staff. We have some really good consultants we work with, a really good tax advisor that we work with, but we wanted to build a tool that could help manage our finances. We already had a tool that helps manage our sales and marketing. We already had a tool that manages our higher CodeBuddy network, and we already have a tool that manages the internal, workings of our product, the CodeBuddy platform. So we wanted a tool for finance. We also realized that we needed to start going into accrual accounting for future fundraising rounds. Also because we have certain things that hit our account in different months that they were earned, or prepaid expenses that were paid out, and everything was cash previously to date. So we wanted to get that wrapped up and then also have our own tool. Everything previously before we were doing in spreadsheets, it was, error prone. It was taking a lot of time to get in there. We were using Xero, but we were having to double our efforts in Xero with spreadsheets because Xero and QuickBooks don't do some really valuable things like projected cash flow, so that we could see, how we were doing cash flow wise and be able to, scenario out different situations, decisions we would make and how they would affect our cash flow over the future. We also wanted to, flag transactions, subscriptions that we needed to cancel, cloud resources that we were no longer using and canceling. So we wanted a more comprehensive system that was designed specifically for CodeBuddy and for our operations. So we went in and we actually built it, and want to share that with you real quick here. So this is the tool we built. This tool took about 4 hours to build, and then another probably 2 hours for me to migrate data. This for these purposes, I did put in mock data for this demonstration purposes, but you can see the first thing I've got is my financial overview here. I can do my start and end dates. I can select whether I want to see my budgeted, my cash, my accrual accounting. I can line them up all very easily. I can select all the months I want to see. I can copy forward budgets based off of like the entire month, or I can copy forward budgets based off of the row based off of same value, or I want to grow my revenue 20% month over month and see what that looks like, or I want to base my marketing as a percentage of our income, which we do. And so I made all of that functionality very easily in here as well. It's also a modified profit and loss and cash flow statements too. So here down below we put again, these are fake values, but we put our beginning and ending cash flow values in there as well, so that we can project out what our cash flow looks like for future months. So that's kind of the big picture financial overview. How I got to this place too as well is first, everyone has their accounts, so the ability to go in and put your different bank accounts in here. We've got multiple different accounts, and then also establish the chart of accounts. So all of the different categories we track by based off of assets, liabilities, income, cost of goods, expenses. All of those are in here. With my accounts, I can easily import values, and all I have to do is take my bank CSV values, dump them into here. Thought about doing an API connection. We use Brex. It's a great bank, very modern, has some API connections, but then some of our banks didn't have those same API connections, so we just went with CSV imports for now. I can also like map the column headers for the CSV imports, so if each bank is different on how they put data, I built that into here as well. When the data comes in, it comes in as all these different transactions. I can sort transactions by my banking accounts, by my categories. I can suggest rules for, we use Stripe. Some Stripe payments that, are large are more likely our service revenue, and the smaller ones are more likely our token or product revenue. So it easily helps, recommend a category when it imports in there. I can also match it up with an expense report. It makes those suggestions. If I zoom out here a little bit, you can see I can put notes on them. I can flag any transaction too if I think it's suspicious, or if it's like, man, we forgot to cancel that. And then I can create accrual accounting rules. I can deduplicate. I can delete the transactions there. If I flag a transaction, it goes into my flag transactions account where I can put notes, and it gives me the ability to follow up and say, hey, is this an authentic transaction? I can go follow up with the person that, didn't do an expense report, or, I can go in and help cancel it. So I can also assign these deduplicated things as a financial task of like, hey, need to cancel this. And it will create a financial task for me. So this is a really good way of tracking all the things that we need to do, cancel accounts, go apply for certain grants, etc. So that's my flagged accounts. Next thing, I have my accrual operations here too. So you can see from a transaction, I can create an accrual operation, or I can also easily link it down here. If I've got a prepaid expense, I can link it to the actual transaction. I can give it an amount. I can link it to the categories, and it will do the actual journal entries for accrual accounting for me. We set it for just the ones that we use. It's easy to add additional ones. And again, our CodeBuddy AI helped walk me through that. I got a finance degree, but I haven't touched accrual accounting in a very long time. Well, I got an economics and finance degree, but accrual accounting was very raw to me when I got in here. So we have the ability to add expense reports, so that if a new employee wants to purchase something, they can suggest in here. Everyone can log in with their own account, and then that gets flagged when a transaction comes in here. Manual journal entries if we need to. If we need to set opening balances for our bank accounts, can draft reports, export the reports to a PDF that I can then grab, and or if I want to export to a CSV, I can choose all those. It does balance sheet as well down here. I can set my times very well. I can do monthly closing, so once I've got the month set and I don't want to mess with anything, it will close that, and then it also audits monthly closing, so that if I do go back and change something, there is an audit if I need to reopen a month and change something. And then, as we already saw, I've got my financial tasks down here as well. So I will post the full build video in this post, and then I will also post like a summary video, just kind of a flash forward of building the app too, so you can see how it goes. So this is one of the apps. We're going to post more videos on some of the other apps. We also built a really cool kind of sales CRM, our project stuff, and then going to be able to, we're reaching out to some of our customers to post some of the apps that they're working on. But the other cool thing is that I built this myself, so not only is this designed specifically for me, but I can also customize it and tweak it however I want. So this is actually a version running on a URL. I can pull up my CodeBuddy, and I can see a version that's actually running on my CodeBuddy machine. So here's my actual CodeBuddy version. I can log into this. I told it to use the same database, the same mock database that I was doing. So now I have a local hosted running version of this. And if there's anything that I want to actually change to this, I can just go into my CodeBuddy and I can tell it something as, let's see, we want to make the, I want to make the sidebar our primary green color. Obviously this is a stupid simple idea, but I don't have time to, like, unless you want to go another 5 or 10 minutes to show you actually building out a feature. We'll do that in some other videos, or you can go watch how I built this entire thing from scratch. So I can add it there. It's going to go through my app, and it's going to actually build that out. I'll close out my video so you can see the entire screen there. It's going to build that. I can have it on auto run where it just builds everything, or I can turn it off auto run and I can actually see the code suggestions that are getting made down here. Here's actually the suggested changes that it's going to make. I can accept those changes, and if I open this back up here, now my sidebar is green. So that's my presentation on our finance app. We've also got a case study built around it. We will link that here in the description as well. So thank you.